Hello. We've returned. I'm just looking through the YouTube stuff and getting the stream ready to go. There it is. RLCraft. We're going to create a new world. Our new world will be a hardcore world. And we'll survive for 7 days. That's the goal. Just exiting a bunch of extra unnecessary screens I've got open, and we'll be good. All right. Is it working? It is working. Beautiful. Hardcore. I don't know. Let's name it something serious. I think we're gonna survive, so we're gonna name it something serious. Winnie. We don't want cheats. We don't want chests. We don't want anything that's anything. This last week, I've done a couple hardcore attempts. The last one that really ticked me off was dying to a dragon that had strayed too far from his house and just started burning the countryside. Like, it wasn't I did anything crazy or stupid. It was just that the game was like, yeah, now you gotta die. We just gotta put a dragon there and you're gonna die. That was frustrating. But aside from that, I've been very careful. I've been very methodical, very slow. So I think we can do it. I think we can do it if we're very slow and meticulous and careful. I think we can do this. And we will do this. That's why we're calling it Winnie, because we're going to win. So, let's go. Let us begin. We'll make a series out of this. Let's see where we have begun. We're in what appears to be a hot area. It's a Yale. Some food, which is great. More Yales. Yales are good. Yales are string. And a village, it looks like, with at least a bulletin board. If nothing else. Now, a village, probably, I'm just going to narrate the whole thing I'm thinking as we go. So if you don't like that, here we go. But a village probably means a crafting table. There's one in here. I know for a fact there's one there. So the crafting table is sorted. So what we need right now, okay, are sticks and stone. At least enough stone to get... Oh, wait, yeah. And at least enough stone to be able to get... Wait, go back. Where did you go? What do you do? Nothing I want. What do you do? You're what I want. Mending? Are you kidding me? Sorry. How much is your mending? 36. Stay there. Yeah, you are the goal for today. Holy cow. Okay. We just need enough stone for a pickaxe, right? So all we need is to pick up, what, a dozen pebbles. Find some more pebbles. Or maybe find a pickaxe. Sometimes they're like around, but not often. Pick up stone. Yales mean wool. Wool means string, and string means... I guess normally string means we could make, like, clothes, but we're in what appears to be some sort of a deserty biome, so the fact that it's spring in the game, usually when you start, doesn't really matter. So emeralds to our left. String over there. Really just need the pebbles. You need to pay attention to the ocean, right? Because if there's... Oh, that was dreadful. I guess it's food. The ocean means possible sirens. We don't have wood, so that'd be a problem. Don't really want to lose a mending villager start to a siren. I know I'm getting closer to the ocean, but I gotta find some sort of terrain that'll have a pebble on it. These are not working out. I could always get some flint, just break the flint. There's pebbles. Keep an eye on the ocean if we get too close, you know. Just paying attention. The whole air balloon too, which is so much string. Three more, that's 9. We need 3 more. There's sandstone. We can't use the sand ones, they're just useless. 3 more. 10, 11. And 11, and then we just need sticks. And sticks, there were trees back behind us, so we'll have those sorted out in no time. Go. Halfway to a pickaxe. Now it's stick time. I think one of these has sticks in it. I don't know which one, so we're not going to waste our time on that. Hey, something's flapping. Sort of whooshing. Could be a dragon. Could be hippogriff. Could be whatever. We don't want to lose our mending villager. So we may not stay here, just in the interest of making sure he doesn't die. Oh, there's stuff in there. Look at that. Look at all that string. Look at this. You can hear something flapping still. Absolutely horrifying. Dragon? Naturally, it's a dragon. So we're going to lose our mending villager, maybe. We have a crafting table, so if nothing else, this village has provided us with that. We've got to get out of here. Usually there's a compass in here. A Butu, that's a problem. Butus are dangerous. Right? We can't hang out by the water. Kill us. I say that as I dive into the water, but we've got to get out of here. We've got to go straight that way and just get out of this area. Otherwise our mending is going to be lost. Crap. Let's go around. We'll be fine. We have string now. We have enough. We have the table. We have enough stuff to survive. We should get sand, I suppose. This is going to be our water. Need one more set of water bottles. What we've got to do now is find a tree for sticks. I guess we could use our shovel. Not you, Mr. Crab. Very useful, but not right exactly at this moment. That might be enough sticks. Sometimes these produce 2 sticks. Sometimes they only produce 1 stick. Sometimes they produce no sticks. And he produced no sticks. Okay. There's another one over there, but as I said a minute ago, there's a tree. As I said a minute ago, we don't want to linger by the ocean. The more we linger by the ocean, the more chance of a siren. Don't want to do that. Also, horrible stuff just will come into this. So we don't want to linger by the ocean. We do need the paper, or the sugar cane for paper. We're going to probably need a matchbox. It's a little easier to gather than flint and steel. Speaking of which, there's some flint. I don't think we'll need flint for anything. Hole in the wall would be great. Not sure what's making that groaning noise, but we're just getting away from the dragon. We don't want to lose the mending villager. It's a weird wall. A wall like that to me says that something has spawned, like a structure might have spawned on the other side, and the wall is just spawned weird to accommodate. Again, we don't want to linger in the water. We don't want to linger in... We just don't want to linger, I guess. Open areas, water, you know, anything like that's problematic. We didn't get a furnace, unfortunately. So basically what's going to happen is we're going to get sticks, hopefully from this tree, without getting anything crazy like an end. And then once we get the sticks, we're going to go ahead and turn around and start mining real quick to get our furnace up and running. And our furnace will need to process a lot of things. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I told you there was a structure. Oh my gosh. That's perfect. Like the best starting structure you could find. Okay. Yeah, that has everything in it you need to start. Start with the pickaxe, right? We're not gonna... We can't really get there. We could find a bunch of dirt, I guess, with a shovel. We're gonna start with what I said with the stone. We need a furnace to just start with water bottles. There are supplies in that building, but I don't know that there are purified water resources. I think there's probably water, but I don't think there's any way to purify it, and I don't think there's a canteen or anything like that. So, our goal is to just get the basics sorted right now, which is going to be an axe, a furnace, a shield, maybe, and water. Yeah, that's it. We can live on that island, but we need those other things. Okay. So, what are we doing here? Just getting enough stone. Start with the axe. We're going to go get sticks for the axe. We're going to make a furnace. I guess we're hungry first. Far enough away from the dragon, it seems. So that's good. Good start. Sorry. One more stick. We can do the trees. I'm always wary of ents. Especially when we don't have an axe. You know, we're going to be fighting them with a pickaxe. Okay. That'll sort out that. I guess once we have an axe, there's not a lot of reason. Not that one. There's not a lot of reason to do anything but chop trees. We could go get coal, but I think we're going to be better with charcoal for a while, at least for the next 2 minutes. I need a couple more sticks. I just want to punch the tree with the sticks before we get the tree totally chopped down. Sometimes we'll drop sticks. There's one. I just need a couple so we can make weapons and shields and that sort of thing and start killing these Yales. The Yales will provide a good source of food in the immediate future. And then we'll deal with getting renewables and all that stuff. There's probably food in the base behind us, so as far as things to be thinking about. Oh. Yeah, I didn't even see that. Thank you. Okay, we don't want the acacia seeds. But 8 wood is perfect. It's great. It'll work out just perfectly for charcoal. Oop, got that. Don't do that. Make that charcoal. What else? We need wood as a building material for a bed. There's probably a bed in that thing. So, yeah, I guess we'll just whip up some charcoal for a meal and for some water. I'm going to chop the remainder of these to build a shield out of. And by the end of day 1, we should have a shield, a weapon, and whatever's in that base. I know there's a bed in there. I've been in those before, so should be okay on that end. And a mending villager, you know? You get one of those. Okay. If you're lurking in the Twitch chat, YouTube chat, feel free to follow or subscribe. We're just going to keep on working through this stuff. There it is. How much dirt did we pick up? Only 3. Okay. I'm trying to think how to get over there because it's the way, you know, it's on the other side. So we'll have to actually do that. We'll have to actually cross the nothingness, the void that is the pathway. I think we'll just build a sleeping bag for tonight. Normally I'd want to build a bed, especially in hardcore. It's like, you know, I want to set a spawn somewhere, but we can build a sleeping bag that we'll take with us and keep with us. And then once we set our spawn, we'll be able to come back. But we'll need a sleeping bag either way. Just don't want it to be nighttime. Really hate to get jumped. I guess since we have a shovel, we might as well start working on this. This land bridge we're going to create. You know, before we scrambled out of the village, a sword. Wow, words. Not a sword. Goodness gracious. A bucket might have been a nice thing to find. We could have made a water source. We're going to have to go down to there, down to the water. Sort that out. Okay, focus on the dirt first. The reason we're focusing on the dirt is because we're going to need it, and there's 0 potential something horrible pops out of the dirt. Which isn't to say there's no potential something horrible happens, but it's not going to come out of the dirt. The building over there typically has a specific entrance, so we'll have to find that. We'll go from there. There's usually a block of diamond. Yeah, you can see it down at the bottom there. Some coal. I don't really want to do coal until we've made a shield. I suppose we could make a shield now. There's no reason to wait on that. It's just at the beginning of a hardcore world, for me, it's just weighing what's the chance that something awful is going to spawn out of whatever my action is. If I'm making a shield, you know, what's the chance that something horrible is going to come out of it? Zero. That's the chance. Nothing. There's no chance. Okay, the water source block is way down there. The coal obviously would be helpful, but we don't have it right now. Food is cooking, so I think we need to figure out this water situation. There is a chance if we break the dirt underneath grass that a Spriggan will come out. So we don't want to tear up all this dirt. We just wanted enough dirt to be able to build a bridge. Trees, some desert. It looks like this is the entry. This is the point of entrance. Beautiful, beautiful. The wrong side from where we were before, but it'll work. Just carefully, bridge. Some iron down there, so we'll definitely need to level up our mining. We may make this better later, I don't know, but for now, that's what we wanted. We can't run because we don't have enough food. We're hungry and thirsting to death right now, slowly but surely. We're dying. So hopefully getting this stuff will help. Just gotta get all the way back around. Maybe the furnace will be done by the time we get over there. We can pick up our base and move it. I suppose we have a pickaxe, so we didn't have to build to the entrance of the thing behind us, but there are some weird rooms, and I didn't want to like dig into one of those rooms and have to dig and, you know, contort ourselves all the way through. So we'll let that cook while we eat. We only need, what, 1 or 2? If we can get 1 or 2, we'll do 2. But I think 2 is sufficient for us to go explore the base. We should probably build a sword or something, some sort of weapon. The heat is overwhelming, so being able to get into the base and get into the water would be lovely. So that's what we're working on right now. We're going to stay alive by staying cool. So you're staying out of the desert as well by going over here, which is great. Who's flapping? What is flapping? Whatever's down there. Unfortunately, our axe is our best weapon as it stands. We'll fix that in a moment. There's the beds I mentioned. We'll go back for our stuff later. I guess we could have just brought the things with us. Okay. So lots of wool underneath us, as you can see. We can use, I forget what this produces. Perfect. Very hot. Don't like that. Fire. Don't like that. Just a pit to hell. Love that. Red. Oh, okay. So the salamander we've just discovered in the Ifrit. Oh, we're just burning to death. Okay. So because there's so much hell underneath us, it's too hot, and we've got to go somewhere cooler. I think this was the coolest place we found. Just gotta chill, literally, for a bit. Very little interest in dying in this one, like we talked about, so with the goal being to stay alive. Oh, okay, don't do that. Don't do that. With the goal being to stay alive, we're just gonna start with some bandages, you know. Nothing crazy, just keep our head on, literally. We'll come back to the water, for sure. There's a room. Somewhere there's a room in here that has abandoned storage. There's a storage room. Maybe it's behind the wall like it's suggested, but there's a storage room with like Nope, 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 nope. I think all his attacks are... Oh my... So stupid. I go again. We're gonna survive a week. Okay, so here's the plan. We're going to rename the world based on what killed us before. That's what we're going to do. That was going okay. The base we found is super good for mid game, but as you saw, there are a couple different mobs that spawn in there. And early game, the Ifrit that we saw, the Salamander, the Cinder that killed us, are all a bit tricky to navigate. They're not hard. You just have to have room to fight them in weapons, and we didn't have weapons. So maybe that's on me. Maybe we should have built a weapon to begin with. Probably should have. We didn't. So here we are. The Griff up there. We are in a very cold biome in the spring, so it's just everything's getting cold. We're gonna need gravel. Oh, that's a problem. Where's that coming from? It's a mill. Good. Okay. Good. There's where it is. There's a dragon over there. That's why those blocks were falling from the sky. Those are ash blocks. When the dragon hits the ground, it causes a little explosion. That's what we were seeing was the explosion. Couple sticks. We're gonna go the route on this one. It looks like it's gonna be more efficient to go the route. Listen. Here, flap. We're out here. We can't. We're gonna burn the forest behind us. We gotta go. You. I mean, okay. Okay. Clean water? It's just water. Okay. I don't think that was maybe as helpful as it could have been. The problem is the dragon behind us would be flapping, but the hippogriff would also be flapping, and the hippogriff is clearly not going to be what's burning down the village. So it's like if the hippogriff is getting closer, versus if the dragon is getting closer, either way it's going to sound like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. So we have to go. We don't know exactly why we're going. There are crafting tables in this building, I believe. Yeah. How much stone did we get? 7? We built that little knife to go kill the sheep. And we got scared away. So will not use, unfortunately. Okay. Boots are a start. Okay. Yeah, boots are really the only start here. That was, I guess. Oh, this is wool. We just need to use everything at our disposal, right? Any building, anything at all. I almost want to build an axe before a pickaxe, and I know that's dumb, but that's what I want to do. How much wool do you have in here? We're not dying. We're not freezing. I think freezing is easier to deal with than overheating. Well, they're about equal. Overheating generally is not so bad. You can just jump in some water. The last one was a little tricky because we were like overheating and then getting hit by a cinder, and there's a fire. Oh, speaking of fire, there's something over there. It's a smithy. Love that. We love a smithy. We're not going to rip out the one that the ladder's on just yet. This whole building might burn to the ground because of that dragon, but we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. I hear a weird sound. It sounds like a mob of some kind. Again, it's fine if it is. We're not going to get ahead of ourselves. It's hard to believe out of all the tools we got, we didn't get an axe of any type, but okay. Do we have a block of any type? Just the wool. I don't really want to waste the wool. So we'll just go to the floor. I wanted to jump the fence and get going, but... Okay, this is super big. That's handy. Oh. Well, that's that sound. That's what it is. Okay, the shield might be usable now. I don't know if we need the shield. Oh, an axe. It had an axe. It's amazing. The axe. Okay, we can't use the shield till 12. That's good to know. So, evil things are... right there. Evil things are spawning here. But they're killing them. So it's not good, but it's also better than it could be. I don't think we should linger here. I think this is a dangerous place to be. Because the dragon... What? What? What is happening? Okay. Just won't go in there. Fine. It's a cute enough village, but I think it's dangerous, unfortunately. What do you do? Okay. You guys have any, like, food? Oh. I wasn't expecting that. Sorry, I don't mean to let you people out. I know you need somewhere to sit. Okay, I'm trying to mine. I'm not trying to use these. I don't like that the game does that. If you try to, like, dig with something, it's like, oh, you need to be at a certain level. I'm not doing what you think I'm doing, apparently. I'm just mining, whatever. I'm trying to use it, my hand, not the item. I don't exactly know if we're walking away from the dragon. I will say I got a bit discombobulated with that mill. There's something over here. It might not be a good thing. What is this? It's like a cute little outpost. We live here. Cute. Locked. Great. Supplies. Books. I can see that. What do we need to live here? Let's think through that. We need to get wood. Or not wood. We need wood. If we can get wood, we can get stone. Or we can get more pebbles. If we can get wood, we can also get a chest. So I think we need to start with wood and we can work our way down from there. Okay, that'll be a pickaxe. Okay. What do we not need? We don't need the... We'll just whip up a chest. We'll worry about picking the lock on the one that's in here later. We'll just whip one up for now. I don't see any point in picking the lock on the one. It's not going to be helpful. At the end of the day, like, we need a box, you know, to start putting stuff in, to start doing stuff. Obviously, all of this armor is huge. The diamonds are huge. But until we can use them, they're not that helpful. So it's going to make more sense to just start going with what we can. We can get the coal from behind us. We need to whip up a shield. The shield is this. Doo-doo-doo. And we'll go get some... We're going to get cobblestone first. And then we'll worry about the coal. The reason why is so if a Geonash spawns, we can survive. We can and will survive. So, oops, wrong button. The U button. I wanted to do it on the crafting table. Whatever. Put a shield. Okay, we need some legs. I guess we don't need wool legs. We can just wait and maybe use iron or something. This will give us a little bit of XP, maybe a couple of levels. We're not really wanting the coal. What we're really wanting is the stuff the coal's going to smelt. It's going to smelt down the iron tools we found. It's going to smelt down the diamond dog armor, which will give us XP, but also give us the supplies themselves. So, not about the coal. It's never. Level 3 is good. Level 5 is where we're going. Oh, there's a suspicious stew. I guess the wheat will sort us out for bread for a while. So, for the immediate, we need this, we need this, we need this. We'll keep that. Those are both good, but we'll keep both. Chain boots, we'll probably use those. We need this, we need all the rest of this stuff. All the rest of this pretty much is garbage. But, it's, oh, not that. It's good garbage, because if we melt it, first of all, it'll warm us up a bit. And second of all, it'll make it so we can... Oh, that was a masterful shovel? We'll keep a shovel. Legendary, not masterful, sorry. It'll make it so we can stay warm. It'll make it so we can get little nuggets. So we're going to go out and mine. To get a sword. To get a furnace to carry with us. you know, just have some basic supplies. I think it's going to be a good idea to have a little hole in the wall where we can hide out. I guess we should chop this tree, get that coal. Just want to look around a bit, see what's going on. Redstone would be helpful, but I don't have it. I guess we should pick that lock. That should be the first thing we do here. So let's work on that. We only have like 5 minutes left to stream, so we always end a bit earlier on Mondays, just a touch earlier. I'm not real worried about a Geonash right now because unless it's like a crazy colored one, which there's a chance, so you got to keep that in mind. But we can run back to the house, even if it's a crazy colored one, like a golden or something, like a high level one. We could run back and slam the door and be okay. The trick with a Geonash is you have to pay attention to the height you're at because they inflict the weight effect, which makes it so you can't jump. So you're going to always go either flat or down. And since we can just run on flat terrain back to the house behind us, I think we'll be okay. Level 5, so we're going to hit this. We'll go mob hunting before long, but I think it's in our best interest to sort out the coal first. Farming should go to 2. And then mining and defense are the ones that we need to do next. Because defense, I guess defense for us would be real handy. Since we have all these iron nuggets, we can start making chain. We had the... Yeah, we put the other ones away, right? Yeah, the good ones in there. Okay. Good stuff. It's locked. We know it's locked. We've known it's locked. Just sounds like a person saying woo. Oh, Aurora Borealis. Out here stick hunting a bit. That's not good. That's a problem. Those little pools will summon some pretty gnarly monsters, so try to stay away from that. It's good to know it's there. Okay, so we know 2. Interesting. That'll give us levels as we go, which again, helpful, but really, the primary thing we're wanting out of that, that's both the warmth and the levels, but we really need the chain mail, which comes from those nuggets. There's not a lot to this house, I don't think. Yeah, so we'll just keep melting stuff and collecting. Let's push defense. That'll be the goal for today, to get chain mail started. I suppose we should also probably want to go chop a bunch of trees on one of these days, just so we have wood sorted out for a long time. But chainmail is going to be better to make sure it keeps us alive, you know. That is the goal. Let's look around just a bit. Oh, there's an int. Good, good. We can take an int, I think. We've got pretty much full armor. They're weak to axes, so yeah. Something's flapping. Ah, there it is. That's a problem. So, not a horrible problem. There are two problems with that guy right now. One is we don't have any range weaponry. Yeah, I know. And the other problem is we don't have any reach on our weapons. So if we had a spear or spears to throw, it wouldn't be so bad. Now we have spears to throw. But given what we do have and what we don't have, it's a bit of a problem. Come back. Oh, there is an upstairs. Or just a... Oh, you can stand on the roof. Okay. I don't know why I didn't see that before. Okay. So we have a lot of wool, right? Wool is string. String and wool is bandage. So we're not going to die to this guy. That's pretty much decided. Let's think before we move. The last thing we want is to die to this clown. So we'll make that. We're just going to whip up some string. We don't really want to use the dagger we have because daggers suck. So we'll make a spear, which has some reach on it. Hopefully it's a good one. It's fine. The goal is to open the door, stab him in the eye, shut the door. I guess we should bandage first. That's why we made the bandages, right? Oh gosh, my arm is falling apart. Embarrassing. And we could use it on the head. Always want to keep the head at a hundo P. It gives mining fatigue, which isn't a problem with range weapons because we just use them, but it is a problem with us trying to spear him in the eye. So we're just being slow and steady. He spawns from that blue stuff over there. That's why I said it spawns some gnarly enemies. He's one of them. Where'd you go, bud? I know you're just waiting for me to overcommit to walking out. I know it. It's upstairs. Oh, there he is. Ooh. His little fire attack thing does not burn. So while he is dangerous, it won't burn our house down. Ooh. It is a little radial attack, though, so... yeah, it's a 3x3, so we just gotta clean it up when it happens. It's probably also cold or something. We get apple seeds from an apple? Do we do anything with an apple? Well, obviously. What? Oh. I guess you crush them for apples. He's over there right now. That's a fine place to be. By my count, he'd be over there. I don't care. What do we do with this? Can we melt this? No. Okay. So there's no reason to have this shield in our pocket. That's just silly. I think we need to worry about water. We have food with all that wheat, but we don't have any water. Okay. Again, not the worst enemy to encounter, but it can be a bit of a problem. Okay, defense 5 means we can finally start capitalizing on the chain we found. Boots. We can't do defense, or we can't use the others. Oh, it's not very much chain, is it? Capitalizing, yeah. 13 nuggets is what? 3 of these, 3 plates, and it takes at least 4 to make boots. We already have boots. So, long story short, waste. Just trash. We need iron. We need water and iron. Water. Right there. There's some sand. We only need 3. It's getting closer. You can hear it getting closer. We have to get out of here. We have to figure out how to get out of here. I guess we could build like a tunnel or something to the mines. Oh, that's one we've already damaged. Get inside. Come back down here. And if I don't have mining fatigue, I will light you up. You have a shovel, right? No. That was the last one. I'm collecting sand as though we have a water supply, and we just don't. All we can do is make glass out of this. Eep! Get inside. Make glass out of this, but we don't have anything to do with the glass. Yeah. So, bit of a problem, bit of a struggle. We'll figure it out, but for now, bit of a struggle. I think we can make all the wheat into bread, because we're going to clearly live off of bread. I don't know if we go underground to look for water. Can you do anything with ice? You can put it in that and make it into water. We don't have a cauldron. And a cauldron takes a bunch of iron, which we also don't have. I guess if we can push our mining, it'll be okay. I don't really want to go underground. It's not a good time. But even more, oh, there's the... Jeez. We need a door. That's what we need for our little mine we started over there. Put a door on it. Be able to, like, use that as shelter. I'm gonna spend all day in here. Fine. Alright. We'll leave some bread at home. I don't think the snowball's gonna be helpful at all. We have 9 nuggets? I did not know we had 9 nuggets. That's quite helpful. Okay, so we'll make wool legs. I don't want to run out of wool in case we need string, but if we do wool legs, which will add warmth, we can take off the wool helmet and change it for the chain, which adds more more protection. We're level 4, which means we can hit mining 4, which means we can mine iron. As soon as we find iron. I just want to be able to shut them out, you know. Okay. There was flint over there. You know what would be helpful? Is if we could get them to burn the Pixen, he would start attacking them. Flint and steel is only helpful in so much as we find the steel part. So. Oh, there's so many awful things spawning in that water over there. Stab him in the eye again. If they can just burn the Pixen with the AoE damage they do. You're not burning the Pixen? Come back down. They would burn the Pixen, he would fight back. The Pixen will fight. He's just not particularly aggressive. He's passive. Okay, ice will melt into water, right? So maybe if we put ice and somehow warm it sufficiently, maybe we can warm it and it'll turn into a water source that we can use. There's starter stuff up here. I didn't even know that. Okay, that's something. It doesn't seem like anything. We have some torches, though. A wood sword is kind of insultingly stupid. I guess we can use this as a means to escape, if nothing else. We might not find iron in here, you know, but we could make it an escape tunnel to get away from that weird pool. Only got a couple minutes left, so we gotta wrap. But it's not too cold. It's literally the wrong place. This is day 2. Starting on day 3. Why are you here? How did you get here? You go through the floor? Like, what has just happened? These are all kind of trash. I guess we can put them in here to be burnable. Cobwebs are useful. This stuff's useful later. Again, trash. Helmet would be useful, but we have a better helmet already. We've got to find water. We've got to either find lava or something iron, you know, that we could put the ice into and melt it. The ice into the cauldron and melt it. We gotta find some way to turn this ice into water. We don't have sticks? I don't have sticks. What a genius I am. Just constantly running out of things. The problem with sticks right now is the trees outside are being patrolled by the devils that we've seen flying around. So we can't really just go out and harvest sticks. We've got to like do what we're doing. Maybe I had sticks at the time. Do what we're doing now and process the stuff we do have. It is good. Okay. Well, jeez. Just a terrible pickings. What was it? Bulky. Bulky. Dig and attack speed. Both down. Both negative. You can hear them just clamoring to kill us. Just rubbing their disgusting alliance together. We've got 1 minute left to stream. We'll keep on this world. We will survive. He says as he gets ready to die. Ooh. Well, that crafting table's never moving. That stuff is cold. It's also what spawns the stuff we're dealing with, so problem. Big problem. I'm gonna go. We'll just leave off there, and we'll keep dealing in a minute. I'm gonna go. If you're lurking, feel free to follow or subscribe. I think we'll be okay. So, thanks for hanging out if you did. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye, so long. Kisses.